Hey y'all, it's your girl V. Happy Tuesday. And we're getting closer to Turkey Day. Are you guys excited? Are you stressed? Don't be. If so, sit down, have a kiki with your girl. Before you get in that kitchen, I will say I'm feeling a little relieved this holiday. That might be why I'm a little chipper. I have afterpaid the kids' entire Christmas, $31 a month. And I have also, I'm not hosting Thanksgiving dinner at my house this year. Like, I just have to make a few dishes. So I have started by cleaning the house, getting the house straight as if I was having guests. So when I come back home, everything is together, at least for a small while, because my two toddlers will be home for a long weekend. So I am trying to mentally prepare myself for that. And thawing out my meats that I have to make for Thanksgiving dinner. I am in charge of the turkey wings, the oxtails, the ribs. Close your ears if you don't eat pork. I'm sorry. And the ham, honey. That honey ham. I'm in charge of that. And my good old country Thanksgiving dinner. So again, sorry. No disrespect if you don't eat pork, but we kind of like it over here a little bit. Makes for good breakfast after Thanksgiving. So those are the things I am in charge of. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying your week so far. We're getting closer to the holiday and time with family. I can't wait, but we are here. I'm late, but on time with my unsolicited thoughts on this past Sunday's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, as well as the season 11 premiere of Married to Medicine. So I came through to give you my thoughts. We are streaming live right now on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you're unable to watch this live in its entirety, no worries. Y'all know what to do. Click the link in my bio on Instagram and Facebook. Go to my YouTube channel. And please make sure you like this video. Please make sure you share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that very, very, very much. So we are going to get into I was like, let me check my mic because I've been really sad if I said all of that and y'all ain't heard nothing. But we're going to get into Sunday's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac with Mia be lying, honey. Let me put the girls up on the screen. Oh, I don't like that view. You got to see me more. So let's get into it. So GNA, I guess after GNA athletic wear is failing. It's giving She by Sheree. So the girls are moving in a different direction with GNA Fusion, honey, and they are into health and wellness. And they had like a GNA Fusion workout event where they were trying to raise money. It seems like they're partnering, or at least Giselle is partnering with the Brain Tumor Cancer Society in honor of her dad. She had the other event, and this time they had it seemed like an outdoors workout yoga type event. It was a good turnout, I will say that, but I'm just assuming that ain't too many people buying $30-$40 GNA socks and $80+ stretch pants and sweatpants, honey. So they have moved in the direction of health and wellness altogether. Ashley sung at the workout, guys. It wasn't good. I am on the page of Stacy where she said, like, look, now it takes a lot of courage to get up there and sing in front of the people, honey. But I don't think she practiced. I don't think she practiced. It was off key. You could hear the shaking in her voice at first. She seemed nervous. So I ain't gonna rag on her too hard because again, I can't get up there and get in front of no audience and sing, nor would I do that knowing I can't sing. But she did, like Stacey said, she tried her best, honey. She tried her best to hit them notes. She missed a few of them, but she tried. I didn't understand why that was needed at a workout event anyway, but she tried, y'all. I was gonna post I love D Nice said, yeah, no. I was gonna post a meme with her singing say my kids at the Christmas concert. But I said, let me stop. Let me stop. I might still do it, but I just could not. She tried though. After the horrible concert, Mia sits down and she talks to the girls. She's trying not to cry. She's trying not to cry. I don't see a tear coming down or about to attempt to come down her face. But she is telling the girls that, G and Ink had the falling out, which we saw. G did not want to film with Ink. He said, "Hi, Lily. Thank you for checking in on YouTube." She said that, in which we saw Ink and Gigi did not want to film. He said that he would film if they were all together with the kids. But when it comes to just the three of them, he didn't see a need to film with them. He's not going to promote or help their relationship in any way, that he was not interested in it. And rightfully so. He's not over Mia. We keep talking about he's not over Mia. He feels like Mia has, and I don't want to speak for the man, but these are just my thoughts based on what he's saying. He feels like Mia has moved on without trying in the relationship or in the marriage. She just moved on to Ink, before even finalizing her divorce, that she has been with Ink on and off throughout their marriage. And yeah, he ain't here for it. So she's telling the girls that she's upset because, due to this back and forth with G and Ink, that Ink has decided to take a break. He's taking a break from what it sounded like. It didn't seem like he was taking a break from the relationship. I think some of the girls assumed it to be that way. It sounded like to me that he was just taking a break from the co-parenting piece, that maybe that was too much for G. Yeah, you think? You stole a man's wife, now you're trying to take his family and say that one of his children may be yours. You think, bruh? Fall back. Allow them to get a divorce first, at least. At least. They living in the same building, so he constantly has to see Ink there every weekend or whatever he's coming to town. You are around his kids. You are sleeping with his still wife. Slow down, bro. Pipe down. And I don't like how he coming at G. Like, he calling G granddaddy and all of that, but we'll get into it. But I just don't like how, I don't know. Ink is giving the vibe that he wants to be a part of this show. He is giving the vibe that he wants to make sure the check is cut, not only for Mia and himself. I get he's a successful radio personality, but it's giving the vibe that they have talked about this. And I said this before, Carlos King, I think he said it perfectly when talking about Mia and how Mia will do anything to be on this show. She will put whoever in her family, in her life, in the storyline to make her life interesting, juicy, gossipy, so that she remains on this show. This has come to me, her main stream of income. Honey, she taking the people to the joint practice in Charlotte that she don't even own no more. The Dr. Goodbody or whatever his name wasn't even there. Like, this is her way out of her marriage. This is her way to provide the lifestyle that she wants to stay accustomed to. And I believe Ink is on board with that and saying, all right, boo, well, we're gonna go and ask for paternity tests on camera. We gonna get G upset on camera. I'm gonna be there every weekend. And yeah, this is what we doing. That's my perception of how it's coming off. But you know, she gives this sad sob story to the girls, and they are, consoling her and sorry to hear that they can't get along. But then she also tells the women that G, I can't believe G told Ink what I did with my body, where he mentioned, I don't want to say the word here and get kicked off, but a smortion, mentioned that Mia had one of those, seemingly to end a pregnancy by Ink. But I'm like, and the girls' faces while listening to this, do you guys hear this? Her husband is informing her boyfriend that she had a smortion that was possibly Ink's child while she was married. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? And y'all telling me that this isn't to provide her to continue to hold that flute out in front of y'all every season? Come on. Come on. Lovely Night said, Mia needs to be an actor because I'm telling you, she got it down pat because she's acting how she really wants her life to be. Like she's dragging everybody through it. But yeah, she really wants G to still live 2 floors up and still take care of things for the kids, be her living nanny, help straighten up her house and all of that. And she really wants Ink to come through on the weekend, her to be able to be with him, play family with G during the week. And she also want to keep Jackie on the side because that girl is crazy about her. I don't know what kind of a munching Mia be doing. We're gonna call her munching Mia after this, not just Mia be lying. But it's clear that Jackie is hooked on her too and willing to weed out all the friends, be mad at them, stay by her side, jealous of anybody that gets close to her. She's acting out how she wants things to go. Love T Nice, like that's how I feel. Miss Jones, to you, thank you for checking in. Says she thinks her transparency is justification. It's not. It's not to me, anyways. It's given. Bitches, you crazy? Like, what is really going on up here? Why did you even marry G to, well, we know why she married G because, she was getting into the joint practice. She was opening up her practices, her franchises all over. That was her way out of the steak and champagne dancing club. Okay. So we understand why, but her transparency is just making her look like how Medea said, oh, I'm sorry, but it is, so I try not to judge, to each their own, but I'm not going to sit here and act like, and even like Ashley's face was like, huh? What are you telling us right now? Miss Jones to you said, I would like to know her fixation on Karen as well. I do. I agree with you there, Miss Jones. I do feel like that's another part of her way to keep her flute. It is, okay, I'm providing you into my life, into my drama, my love triangle or square if you add Jackie. And then also it's I gotta keep some drama and beef going with she thinks in her head, in my opinion, she has figured out the perfect housewives formula for her to continue a longevity on this show, to become an OG, to be making millions of dollars per episode per season. She thinks that she has that perfect formula. And yes, provide all this drama into my lifestyle, my relationships, as well as let me keep up some shady beef with Karen. Let me start with Kay and bring out, she had a street pharmacist boyfriend, all of those things. Like she right, Lovely Nice. She really do think she got this in the bag. I mean, it worked last season. This season, I think a few people were turned off because, the math is not mathing all the time. And we'll get into that and how the episode ended. But it's just, um, like it's not really landing the way I think she thought it was going to land this season. I think some people, including myself, was turned off by her trying to do the paternity test as part of her storyline. And look, I get that G was the one that brought up that, Ink thinks that their son is his, but to drag it out, I don't think G was right for doing that or bringing up the some smortion, but he's upset, he's lashing out. I don't think this is all just mania. It's just relentlessly in pursuit of a good storyline. Miss Jones says storyline not relevant, things talk about. Yeah, she trying, y'all. I'm a hold on with her this season and see what's going on and what's what, honey. But it is a bit disturbing because what happens when she actually completes her divorce? I ain't seen her go see a lawyer yet. I mean, she could be going to the same lawyer as Ashley or something. Ashley finally going to see a lawyer and stuff, but we have not. Where are the businesses, honey? Miss Jones, to you? The businesses are gone. The practices, and that was like a family thing with G's family, and they kicked G out of because his mismanagement of money from the businesses. I think he was spending to keep up with the Joneses for Mia, trying to keep her around, and they kicked him out of the businesses, and she's no longer the CEO, CFO, whatever she was claiming to be, opening the practices. She is no longer in that position. So what business is this? Is her business professional housewife of Potomac? That is her business. Not at least Robin had her hat business. True, she did. And now Robin opened it, like Robin is starting. I guess she's following in Mia's footsteps because she has her business as well. She started, I believe it's called Glow 360, which is like a speedy place to go and get facials. I would assume she's gonna open up more franchises if it's successful. She took us on a journey of putting it together, building it, and then she actually she opened her books right around the premiere of Real Housewives of Potomac. I was like, smart. Like she said, why y'all over there watching Potomac tonight? Going and book at Glow 360. So they do facials there. And it seemed like it was booking up pretty fast. She had a sale for like a membership to keep coming back and getting facials, I think like once a month or something like that. So I don't know if she's still selling her hats. I haven't gone to click the link and see if it gives me an error or if any hats come up, but she has started her Glow 360 business. So I don't know what Giselle was talking about on the interview. She did, saying that the people miss Robin. I'm actually good off that, but it does look like she has something, in the works to keep her lifestyle sustained in that house she built with Juan Dixon. But yeah, after, let's get back to this because I got to get off here at 1:00 and we got to do RHOP and Married to Medicine. So, okay, go. Miss Jones said Mia want to be the it girl and ain't it. Karen ain't going nowhere. She sure ain't. She ain't getting up off her throne, the grand dame. She wants Karen's spot. She does, but Karen ain't giving it up, and she is the shade assassin, honey. And I feel like because she is in her predicament with her DUI, she has done her due diligence and homework and digging on every girl, and she is prepared if they try her. Just ask Jackie, and she hit her with the 1-2. She hit her with a 2-piece and a biscuit when they was out there in Charlotte talking about Jackie and her husband, now not husband, boyfriend, husband. I don't know what this man is and how he got in trouble at his police job. So I said, y'all might want to leave the girl alone, or the lady, the grand dame, honey. You might want to leave her alone because she seems prepared for whoever comes at her. Even Giselle, she seems prepared. Karen wasn't there at the GNA Fusion event. Giselle did this fake ass prayer, y'all. Like, girl, please. Giselle is not really there for Karen, in my opinion. She is being shady in her confessionals. And I think Karen expects that, but she don't really care about her with that fake ass prayer. The next morning we did see Karen head to court. And Ray, honey, Ray said he'd rather be golfing than going to court with her. I bet. Thank you, Miss Jones. You can watch the rest on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check in by. I appreciate you. Next morning we see Karen head to court, and like I said, Ray said he'd rather go golfing than be going to court with her. Wouldn't we all be rather golfing or doing something else than going to court about a DUI case? But I'm starting to question if Ray's still in love with her. He said he'd rather be golfing. He said he did try to give her a compliment after the insult of rather be golfing by saying that she looked young. He said, I mean, you don't look like a baby, but you look like a young lady. I said, does he love her anymore, y'all? I don't know. After what he said the last time, I'm just truly not sure. Karen lawyer comes, and I just found it strange and wanted to note that she asked, was the lawyer mic'd up? And they told her no. And she let him in. I just feel like Karen has been extremely strategic with her case, with what she says, basically, or what she does not say about her case. And it's clear to me that Karen is trying to move on the angle of she wasn't drinking and driving, right? She's not going to admit to that on camera, no matter how hard Mia tried to get her to admit it, poke at the bear. She's not going to admit that. I feel like her lawyer has said to her, "Hey, Summer's Finest, thank you for checking in." I feel like her lawyer has said to her, "Look, we're going to try to spin this. We're going to try and say, you didn't know you were getting arrested. We're going to make sure this dash camera doesn't come, dash camera footage doesn't come out or get leaked. We're going to try to, she has her one story of emotional driving. She's not going to admit, no matter how many people say that, oh, she had a DI, she should be transparent. She should admit it. She should be like Shannon. Y'all have to remember, Shannon had already pled guilty or whatever. We had footage of Sharon of Sharon running up this person's porch. We don't have that at Karen. So y'all tell me, y'all get a lawyer to beat y'all case. Y'all on TV telling on yourselves? No. If this was actually a DUI, this is her second time. She's facing jail time, house arrest, community service, all of the above. So if her lawyer says we're gonna beat these charges in this how, she ain't talking about it. And y'all can't be mad about that because you wouldn't do it either. So they ended up going to court, and I did also find it strange that the lawyer was saying, "Stay by me at all times." Like, okay, lawyer, you want to seem great, so everybody retains you moving forward in the Potomac area for their issues. Cool it, guy. But the case got postponed, and it seemed intentional to me. Love the grind down, but it did. The lawyer in his, few words of saying, we accomplished what we set out to accomplish. They were looking to postpone it. And I feel it's strategic to avoid her talking about it on this season. They are purposely, in my opinion, pushing this back. Hey, Alpha Love, thank you for checking in. Appreciate you. I feel like they're intentionally pushing this back to now it was pushed back to September. It's still ongoing at this point, but it was intentional to make sure that she did not have to discuss this on this season while they figure out, so she don't have to say too much, incriminate herself. It was definitely giving my lawyer and I are very strategic in this case. We are going to beat these charges. It's giving Jim Jones, honey. We're going to beat these charges. And we're not going to talk about it. We're not admitting anything. Ray, shut your mouth at Wendy's birthday party. He was about to say something. She was like, we can't say nothing. We can't say nothing. Okay. So it's definitely giving. She's going to maneuver her way of talking about this on this season. I feel like the ladies took a page out of Jackie Christie book, honey, because they held upon Ponderosa to discuss Karen's going to court. Someone's trying to say she shouldn't say anything, and she's definitely not. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I see people online, someone's finally saying, like, oh, she's not being transparent. She's not owning up to it. She's trying to beat it. Like, why would she come on here and say, yeah, I was drinking and driving? Like, she's not going to do that. She's not in the same predicament as Sharon. Sharon's case was closed. We saw them installing a DUI machine or a breathalyzer machine in Shannon's car. Why I keep saying Sharon? In Shannon's car. So she was already found guilty. We had already seen her drive up on the curb, hit that man flower pots and disturb his peace. at that man's house. So we had already seen that. There's no denying that. Karen's case is different. It's tomato, tomato. Love D Nice said that's why she can't bring Ray around. He at that age, he'll say anything. He sure will. Because when he said he'd rather be golfing than going to DUI case, I was cracking up. He sure is. That's why she keep him out of it, keep him at bay. He probably don't even know much about the case, so he can't say too much anyway if he tries. But I agree with you. But yeah, the ladies hold this Ponderosa to talk about Karen going to court. Kay is sent as the spokesperson. I mean, I'd rather her send her than Giselle because it would have got shady. But Kay basically tells us what we already know. The case was postponed and that she won't be attending the Ponderosa. I didn't get to see the point there. I will also say it seemed like at the beginning of that Ponderosa, before everybody got there, Mia and Kay are trying to forge a friendship. It's not gonna last. I don't believe it. They are better enemies than friends, or frenemies than friends. I like when they get shady and throw each other business out there. So I think that's gonna last? Absolutely not. Love D Nice said, Ray said, I'm gonna say something. Oh yeah, Ray, go home. Like, go home, Roger. Go home, Ray. We also see Ashley celebrate her birthday at home with a homemade cake by her sons. And she's trying to figure out. I said I'm trying to figure out why she still ain't divorced, honey. But she at home, not having a birthday party or celebrating because Michael is no longer paying for those things. And she's in her feelings that Wendy is having her 40th birthday on her actual birthday. But ma'am, you ain't throwing no party. Go enjoy the free liquor and then celebrate your party on Wendy's party. Like, what you want from us, girl? I'm not interested in Ashley this season. Have to be honest. She has no storyline. She seems to know all the juicy gossip that Mia knows about everyone, including the whole street pharmacist thing about Kay, but she's not bringing anything to the forefront. She's not saying it's always, I heard that too. I heard that too. In her confession, she's not bringing any shadiness or messiness to it. We don't care about her relationship with Michael. You've dragged that on for 2-3 seasons now, 4 or 5 seasons at this point. We're over it. She's getting into we already know she's in her bag of doing the drag queen brunches. She talked about that at Wendy's party. Cool. That's how she's trying to make money. She's doing them all up and down the coast, all across United States. We've been seeing that for months and months, probably like a year plus now. I've been seeing her do those drag queen brunches. Get your bag, but I'm not interested. I'm not bringing much to the table. But we also see Mia picking ink up, which was the shortest pause ever, which clearly wasn't a pause. It's part of the storyline. And she had to pick him up from the airport, and the cameras were there. So there goes that pause that ink took. Again, I think the pause was more so from the blended family, not so much Mia. He love that girl and will do anything like we see him doing on this camera for her. What else do we see? Someone's trying to say she's not good at the hosting. She's not. You said it, not me, but she ain't good. Agreed. Love D Nice said, I think she say it to Giselle and having her bring it up to the group. I feel like she says it to Giselle as well as also to Mia. She says things to Mia. Mia has the guts, the relentlessness to stay on the show to mention the things. I do think that some of the stuff that Mia brings up, she gets from Ashley. I would agree with you. And Ashley, she's just not ballsy enough to bring this stuff up herself. Totally agree. It's the day of Wendy's party. We get to Wendy's party and Mia talks to Wendy's mom. That was hilarious. She apologizes for saying that was Wendy's mom, that black crow up there on on the roof when they was, I think, where were they at? Texas somewhere on the girls' trip last season, and Wendy was offended by that. She apologized to her mom, and her mom told her, "I ain't no crow, but I do worship the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, honey. Don't play about him." So she apologized. I thought that was big of her because you don't want to be beefing with nobody, mama. That's not a good look. But she did apologize. We do see Wendy arrive in this boat car that usually we see in Miami. I didn't even know they had them in Maryland or Potomac. We usually see those little like Ferrari car boat things in Miami. But she arrives on that epic fail. She didn't even come close to to the land. Everybody was confused. They didn't know what was going on. She's circling around, backing up, and got to go way down a mile away to get off the thing at the pier. Epic fail. She just came through with some sparklers or something, a few little fireworks, and we would have been good. But we see, yeah, and this is where we see Ashley talking about her drag queen shows and king shows, and now she is doing drag king shows where she's gonna dress up in masculine attire as a man. Cool for you. You know, that's just her way of conjuring up how to make some money because her divorce is coming to an end. She talks about it. The bottom line here, right? She married a rich, powerful man, as far as he got long money to pay lawyer fees way longer than she does, and she's in a predicament now where she wants to leave, she wants to divorce. It's getting nasty and ugly. She's seeing that business side of him. That shark lawyer is coming at her, and she got to do what she got to do. So now she's doing drag queen and king brunches. Get your money, boo. um TJ and Stacy are also here. We see TJ interacting, or lack thereof, no interaction with anyone except for Ray at the at Wendy's birthday party. He gets upset with Stacy because, Stacy sits down and she's like, "Oh, I was looking for you." "No, you wasn't. I was over there. You came here to socialize with everybody but me." And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention." She put her arm on her, and the mic catches him saying, "You can get your hand off me, though." That man don't like Stacy. I ain't even gonna get into what all y'all talking about on the internet that he don't like women. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on anybody's sexuality. That's not what I do here. But do I think he don't like her? He don't. He don't. The way he said that is just, and maybe he's not even going to say that for sure. I think that he doesn't like her. It's just showing a different side of him. I think I had this perception of, okay, he's this Christian man that is not, he's abstinent at this time, he's celibate, all those things. So I guess maybe stereotypical of me, I thought that he would be this kind, gentle Christian man, but he seems a little rude, a little controlling, and rude. He told her get her hand off of him, and then she was trying to be nice and say, "Oh, how you like the flowers?" And he was like, "That's a girl question. That's a girl that." It was like, bruh, do you like the decor or what? I don't know. I don't like how this is going. I'll continue to keep an eye on this relationship, but I don't like how it's going. Um, can I be honest with y'all again? I'm not interested in Wendy mending her family either. Do I think Wendy is a great rendition to the show? She's fun, she's smart, she got 3,500 degrees, all of that. She's cool. I'm not sure what she's bringing this season. She made up with Giselle. There's no shadiness going on there, or at least for now. She has a great marriage, no issues there. Not saying I want issues in people's marriages to make the show more interesting. Not saying that at all. But I'm just not sure about Wendy. She's not swaying me right now one way or the other. She ain't telling nobody off. She ain't reading nobody down. She's, I get it. She's turning 40. She's in her soft girl era, but I miss that side of her. So I'm glad she's mending her family. The fact that her in-laws are not a part of her children's life and stuff is a sad situation. I'm personally just not interested on the show, being honest with you guys. And finally, before we get into Married to Medicine, Giselle asked me about the flip-flopping. You know, just 24 hours ago, they was at GNA Fusion, and she's crying that Ink and G aren't getting along. Ink wants to take a break. And then the girls see them on social media swimming up in the pool, cheers and shots. Everybody's together with the kids. And Mia was doing some stuttering in her interview about that. She's like, it was a short break, it's day by day. I don't know. It's definitely given, hey, Carlos King, Mia be lying. So the math is not mathing. I told you guys I feel like this is part of her storyline that everybody is included in. And this is going to sound bad. Again, I don't make light of mental health issues. I struggle with anxiety myself, but I'm not even sure, y'all, if I believe that G is actually struggling with a bipolar disorder or manic episodes. The man just is in love with a woman that's trying to leave him for another man. I don't know. I just feel like they all sat down, Jackie, Mia, Ink, and G, and said, all right, the joint practice is no longer working for us as the income. We have to get money from this show. Jackie, you're going to be the crazy, the crazy side chick that's jealous of all my friends and insinuates that we sleep together. Ink, I really want to be with you. We're going to play this out on camera. We're going to drag this divorce out. It was almost like they had a board up, a vision board, and figured this out. That's how it's coming across to me. Real talk. So it's not coming across genuine or real, like, storyline. It's just not. So, of course, she's going to be mad at Giselle for bringing this up or saying that in front of everybody. They're going to ask their questions. And that's probably, of course, that's where we're going to start next episode at the end of Wendy's party with those questions being asked and see how she answers them. But I'm not believing it, y'all. Now, I was trying to put a slide up here of Married to Medicine so we can move on to that. And it was just not working. I'll try one more time and see if I can get it up here. But if not, we're going to have to move on without the slide of Married to Medicine. How y'all feeling the season premiere of season 11 Married to Medicine? Are you liking it? I mean, most first episodes are off to a slow start. I can't get it up there. It was off to a slow start for me. A few things happened, especially at the end. So let's get into it because I got to be off of here at 1:00 sharp, y'all. So here we go. We start out just dropping in on everybody, and we learn that Dr. Simone and Sisu, they're planning to give us a taste of Freaknik. Now, it wasn't the same as the Freaknik party on Summer House Martha's Vineyard. That still topped it all. That's like a party I was jealous I wasn't there. I had FOMO. But they are planning to give us a taste of Freaknik. They're calling it Whitnik. Sisu was asking Simone if she invited Quad, and she talks about how after the reunion, even though they apologized, there was some chatter online and backlash that I think Dr. Jackie, Heavenly, Simone, they received for the way they treated Quad last season and kicking her off the trip. So with that said, and she's reading these comments, Simone is under the impression that Quad was maybe brainwashed or changed her perception because of these comments online. When I personally think it's probably because she was watching the season back and that's how she felt. But she said that, Quad went dark, not talking to her, and she just left it that way. And Cecil is trying to get her to invite her to the Whitnik, and she ain't here for it. She's I ain't gonna say she's totally not here for it, but she's definitely like, we'll see. Sweet Tea and Dr. G are back, and they're working on having babies. Still having some struggles there, but they're working on it. And child, Dr. G took Sweet Tea to Phaedra house to teach her how to swim. She not not to teach her how to swim. Phaedra's son helping her, and then I didn't know Phaedra was a lifeguard when she was in college, or she taught swim. She was a swim instructor, which was, I mean, it was a cool piece of like the more you know about Phaedra. But yeah, Dr. G had to take Sweet Tea to learn how to swim at Phaedra house. Phaedra pulls Dr. G to the side and asks him about, the beef between Sweet Tea and Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly was mad, if you guys, let me give you a little recap. Dr. Heavenly was mad about what Sweet Tea said at the reunion when she was asked, did she think Dr. Damien was cheating on Heavenly? And, she answered, insinuating that he probably was, or if he wasn't, he should. And Dr. Heavenly retaliated online, saying that, which I thought was a bit vile, but she said that Heavenly said that her own deceased mother would get pregnant before Sweet Tea did. Now, it was vile on the fact that you're talking about your deceased mom in that way, and it was vile to talk. We don't talk about people's infertility issues and throw that in their face, or try to make them feel bad about it. Just not, I personally don't roll like that. Not how I roll. And Sweet Tea retaliated. This is how Dr. G said. He's saying that what Sweet Tea did was nothing was wrong with that. She was retaliating to what Dr. Heavenly was doing to her. Well, Sweet Tea had got online saying that Dr. Daddy Damien has cheated on Dr. Heavenly, that Dr. Heavenly had even told her that, is what she said on one of her lives. And what she was pertaining to is she was saying that Dr. Heavenly told her that when Mariah said she had the receipts and the invoices, baby, do you want to see them, about Dr. Damien, Dr. Heavenly allegedly confided in Sweet Tea, saying that she believed Mariah. And that's what she was talking about on her live. After that point, Dr. Heavenly, if you come for Dr. Daddy Damien, you know how she gonna go left. So she was online, calling Dr. G an abuser, that he was not respected in the community. Can I be honest with y'all real quick? I heard that too. I'm not here to defame nobody, but I was watching an episode of Tasha K. Way back when that woman was coming out talking about she was pregnant by Chris and that Chris was cheating on Candace and yada yada yada, which all found out to be lies. But during that episode, Tasha K got a phone call from Love and Hip Hop name. What's his name? Benzino. She got a call from Benzino and she took the call on speakerphone. And he was talking about Dr. G. He made some comments that allegedly, like, Dr. G just gives out pills to the girls, gets them hooked on them, and he's sleeping with him. All alleged. These are things that he said. But, it's rumblings in the streets that he may not be respected in the doctor community. Just being honest of what I heard, allegedly. And those were the type of things that Heavenly said online, that he wasn't respected in the doctor community. He's not a respectable man. He's an abuser, all of those things. And to be honest, it felt like Phaedra was ready. She's ready to come at Dr. Heavenly about it. She's like, she's a bully, but when you stand up to her, she runs away. And she said she did have a valid point she said there's only about a little over 500 Black men in medical school right now, I guess across the US, and that Dr. G should be protected at all costs. So that's her friend. She seemed like, if it come down to it, she ready to check Heavenly about Dr. G. I said, oh, okay, she ready to nuck if you buck. Better watch out. Dr. Heavenly, better watch out. We then see Simone and Cecil meet up with Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Daddy Damon. It seems like they've gotten past their issues after Dr. Heavenly apologized to her last season. And they have a little hibachi night. All things is going good. Cecil asks Heavenly about her beef with Sweet Tea. And then we get to hear Heavenly's side of it and what she perceives to be her beef with Sweet Tea. And she's saying, like, she's on the page of Sweet Tea started it, where she was saying things online about Dr. Heavenly's practice. And she was calling her dentist the menace, things like that, which I don't know how detrimental that is to her business, but she was, throwing some shade at her online. And she, also did the live about Dr. Damien and saying that, Heavenly told her that he cheated on her. And she's, it seems like on both ends, they feel like they're retaliating against each other, and that they have in their mind that each other started it, that they didn't start it. And I'm not sure who started it. I mean, I will say I felt like Heavenly started it with talking about the age gap and Sweet Tea and G's relationship, that it wasn't going to last, and yada yada yada. She kind of started down that path first. Just my perception. Heavenly then brings up Simone. She's saying that Heavenly was saying, "Well, I can apologize for what I said. I went a little low. I got a little harsh, and I'm ready to move on from it." And she says, speaking of that, she tells Simone she needs to apologize to Quad. And Cecil is on the page of that, and I'm wondering why he's going so hard for Quad and her apologizing. But to come to find out, when did Cecil and Quad become such good friends? Ain't that what almost ended his marriage the last time? Some woman best friend he had for years, that she was coming to stay at the house for weeks at a time, and he was spending more time with her golfing than with with his wife. Yada yada yada. Ain't that he seems to like having a female best friend? Nothing wrong with that. I've had a male best friend since I was 3 years old, and we talk on the phone every single day. I get that part of it, but it's like, I didn't know. I just didn't know that him and Quad was friends like that. But he's saying like he's trying to tread lightly in between them, but he's trying to, advertise Quad as someone that Simone needs to apologize to. He goes behind Simone's back and invites Quad to Whitnick and doesn't tell Simone. If you're trying to tread lightly, my brother, this is not the way. Okay? But that's what he said he's trying to do. It's the night of Whitnick. We get to Whitnick, and Sweet Tea has sneak invited Dr. Contessa. And Heavenly looks scared as hell, y'all. She looks so scared. Cause y'all know, Contessa did that bodybuilding competition. She's been keeping her body up ever since. The muscles are muscling, and I'm pretty sure she could take Heavenly down with one chicken choke. Okay, just under that bicep, and it'll be over for Dr. Heavenly. So she's like, and she said it like, oh, so she invited Dr. Contessa. What they trying to both tag team with my ass together? They might. So Dr. Contessa is back on the scene. Excuse me. And Dr. Heavenly is shook. We then see Simone is giving her thank you for coming speech, and Quad pulls up on hydraulics during her speech, child. Right on cue. And Simone is looking confused. She's trying to figure out, she's saying that Quad isn't, coming in uninvited. Can't wait till she figure out Simone. I can't wait till Simone figure out Cecil invited her, child. Ain't uninvited at all. She was invited. Yikes. So she doesn't seem to want to cause a scene there about it, Simone. But I'm sure it's gonna come up, and I can't wait for her to figure that piece out. So, and Simone is also saying she feels like Dr. Jackie, and Heavenly caved in to Quad because of the backlash that they was receiving online because of how they treated her last season. When, in other words, she feel like she don't really care about that. She said what she said, and she meant it. So if Quad wants to be mad about it, cool. She ain't, caving in to apologize just because of any backlash online. I feel on that. Side note, Lord, Dr. Scott got up there, Dr. Contessa's husband. He got up there and performed rap song. I wrote my notes, y'all. I don't know what was worse, Ashley singing on Sunday night or Dr. Scott rapping. Child, he was off beat. He even tried to sing. He was off key. Like, you are no T-Pain, sir. He tried. Told y'all, I can't get up in front of an audience and try to sing a rap. I know what I try to because I know I can't. But he tried it, and I just don't know what's going on here with everybody trying to sing and rap. If I was him, I would stick to being a doctor. Just my thoughts. Sweet Tea pulled Dr. Daddy Damien aside to clear up the whole cheating situation. And I felt like the conversation was going good. She made it clear that she did not ever say that Dr. Damien or Dr. Daddy Damien had cheated, but that she was repeating something that Dr. Heavenly told to her, that she believed Mariah when she said, you want to see the receipts and the invoices? She believed that Mariah really had something on Dr. Damien. Don't know if Dr. Heavenly ever said that to Sweet Tea or not, but that's what she's alleging. And Dr. Damien really was saying, like, I'm cool off that. You know, you want to judge me. You don't really know me like that. He was more upset with Greg or Dr. G. He was more upset with him at the reunion that he did not stick up for him. He was saying, like, you know my character. When I asked you, like, do you think I cheated? You tell me something. I don't know what you did. I don't know what you do. He's more upset at Dr. G. He's saying, like, I just feel like you know me and my character. We cool. We go way back. You didn't have my back in that situation. He's entitled to his opinion. If they are truly friends, you would have expected him to be like, nah, that ain't you, bruh. That ain't your character. Even if you lying or not. What would Kevin Hart say? If we good friends, your bullshit is my bullshit. My bullshit is your bullshit. That's how it's supposed to go when you're really down for somebody. So I don't know. Did y'all see that? Fly almost flew on my face. Almost knocked my mic down, child. But then Heavenly comes up in the conversation, and you know, she been drinking. She come over there, put her arm up. I don't even understand why y'all having a conversation without me. And immediately the positive conversation is down the drain. It's gone. Okay. So she comes over and she is, you know, Dr. G was in the middle of talking to Dr. Damon. He was saying that, look, your wife is being really harsh online. And Dr. Heavenly is saying, well, you've been harsh online. Your wife is being harsh online. You said that, you know, she said to Dr. G, you said that Dr. Damien cheated. And Sweet Tea jumps in and said, he never said that. He never said that. And, you know, Heavenly getting tough. She knucking. She's saying, I don't like how you talking to me. Dr. G, you better get your wife. Get your wife. So the conversation is not going in a good direction anymore. Dr. Heavenly starts throwing her insults at Sweet Tea's age, saying, you know, get your mama to talk to me. I ain't got to talk to you. Get your mama to talk to me. You know, always throwing somebody mama in the mix. She's still doing the same thing from 10 plus season ago. You're throwing your somebody mama in the mix. So the conversation was not going in the right direction. They're trying to shut it down before it mess up Whitnick, and that's where we leave off. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be tension and beef between Sweet Tea and Heavenly the entire season. I'm waiting to see Phaedra step in it and check Dr. Heavenly. There's a lot, you know, to be said about this season. There's supposed to be altercations. Phaedra reading Dr. Heavenly for filth because it's alleged that Dr. Heavenly is the one that brings Apollo back into the mix, even though he ain't a doctor at all, neither his wife. I don't even understand that, but yeah, it's gonna be a good season. Just looking at the trailer, I can't wait. So we had a little beefing already starting on the first episode, the season premiere, but you know, y'all know how these season premieres start. Unless you Salt Lake City, they start off a little, you know, gotta warm up to the drama because they're really only fixated on one or two storylines. It's not like Salt Lake City where you got beefs over here, over there, over here, over there, over there. Everybody got something going on where you have such a major season premiere. But Married to Medicine is one of my favorite shows on Bravo. I'm in for the ride for this season. I can't wait. I will continue to recap RHOP and Married to Medicine together. So y'all check out for that. Let me know your thoughts again if you weren't able to watch this live in its entirety. No problem. It is on my YouTube channel as soon as it ends. So you can click the link in my bios. Make sure you please like my videos on YouTube, that you subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate it. So I will be back later today. Set your alerts. I will put up the time. I'm hoping to do it around 5 p.m. Hopefully all goes well with y'all. Set your alerts. I will be back to recap last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami, which was out of control. I still love the Love and Hip Hop franchises. A lot of y'all be saying y'all don't, but when I post, the views and the numbers and the comments and the interactions go up. So y'all can act like y'all don't love and hip hop anymore, but clearly y'all still do. So I will be back to give my recap on Love and Hip Hop Miami episode from last night. Now, before I get out of here, if you have a business or a product that you want me to promote on my social media pages, we are growing daily. You can DM me, message me. My promotional rates are on my page. If you want to be a sponsor, I'm looking for sponsors for the podcast. I would promote your business or product on all of my podcast episodes. I'm doing about 8 plus a week. So I would promote your business or product on all of those shows. If interested in either promotionals on the social media or being a sponsor of the podcast, again, you can message me for more information. Email me at what you see above, reality_recap@yahoo.com. And also, you can Cash App to support. $reality, spelled how you see here, TEA, recap, no underscore there. So I appreciate all the support. And again, how do you support for free? Like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, honey, that V at Reality Recap got all the juicy gossip and news you need. No need to look further. I got it all here. Recaps, breaking news, the tea on the street, everything you need right here. I appreciate you guys and welcome new followers. Now, like I say before I end all my shows, reality TV stars are humans too. Do not forget that. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Thank you for checking in, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me this hour. And again, I'll be back later to recap Love and Hip Hop Miami. Y'all have a great day. Peace.